Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiana, and this is my channel, Shexy Lady, where we just here we talk about books, we talk about whatever is on our minds. And I was tagged in a video called the Beauty and Books tag, and I was tagged by Leslie from Books, Girls, and Purrs. And I know it's been a while since I was tagged, but I'm gonna do the video, so we're gonna just jump into it. And I'm gonna put in the description what the tags are and everything like that, and then we'll just continue with the tag. Okay, so the first prompt is beauty in concept, and the book that I have for that is called Tenderheaded. Okay, now the concept is hair, specifically black women's hair. And I don't know if if you have ever heard of what being tenderheaded means. It's usually people who, when they're getting their hair done or, combed or anything, it's really sensitive for them. And so, black community, and I don't know if it's in other communities, but I'm in the black community and we call that being tenderheaded. And so, it's a thing. So it's like, it's supposedly like it's really hard for you to get your hair done if you're tender headed. It's just a thing that we say. So that is one the one that I have for uh beauty and concept. I've had this book for a really long time. I had this book since I was in college. The authors had come to my campus, and they were visiting, and they were signing. So I do have this one signed. Um, do have this one signed by the authors. And I probably had this book, I don't know, since like the early 2000s. So, yeah. Okay. So, then the next one that I have is Beauty in an Opening Line. Okay. Let me see. Let me find this. Let me find the opening line. This one was hard because not a lot of books have a great opening line that's like beautiful and poetic or anything like that. Let me find it. Okay. And I'm gonna share this book with you. Okay. So the book that I have for the concept beauty in an opening line is Motherless Daughters. I've had this book for a really long time by Hope Edelman. Um and the opening line is in I would like for this to be a book about living. So, although this is about daughters who have lost their mothers, who are not with us in this realm anymore, have mothers who have passed away. This is about not specifically the moms who have passed on, but the daughters who have been left behind. And I just, you know, what else can you say about that, right? So that's the one I have. The next prompt is beauty and character. And for that, I have chosen one of my all-time favorites, The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. Okay, and it's beauty and character because the people in this book, there are twins, um, and they were living in this fictional town, pretty much where everyone is like black, but they're white passing. So they're light enough to be, you know, to pass as white. So one of the twins they both go away from that town. One chooses to remain in she goes off and she lives her life white passing, and the other one comes back to their small hometown. Um, and so it's beauty and character because the one who left, Stella, and I believe Desiree is the one who stayed behind, but Stella is passing, so she's playing a character of a white woman, and so the lengths that she goes to protect her image, that is a character that she is playing, and so this is their story. This one, it could have gone on longer and longer. I mean, I ate it up. I might have to reread this one. Okay, so that was Beauty and Character. Now we're gonna go into this one, Beauty Amidst Pain. I don't know, it's so dark. I'm sorry. The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. My copy is all battered and beaten up. I've read it so many times. Beauty in Pain. Please, 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 if you're going to read this, check the trigger warnings. It is a lot in here. What our young Piccola goes through, it's traumatic. But the story, I usually don't like stories. It's SA, it's child SA, incest. Well, I don't know if you would call it. Well, yeah, it's incest. Please just check your trigger warnings. Um, but pain in this book, and then I cry at the end. This book, the next book, actually, I could have put that as Beauty in Pain as well, but I picked this one for Beauty. Wait, was it this one in Beauty and Incompleteness? Beauty and Incompleteness. A Woman is No Man. Um, this is about a woman. It says three generations of ooh, Palestinian American women are torn between individual desire and a strict Arab culture in its powerful debut, a heart wrenching story of love, intrigue, courage, and betrayal that will resonate with women from all backgrounds, giving voice to the silence and the agency of the oppressed. And you know what? I think, was this the one I was going to do for opening line? I don't know, incompleteness. Anyways, the women in this book are being oppressed. From their culture, they're not seen as complete people because they're women. And you, this one's hard. This one's a hard book too, but I did enjoy, you know, hearing other voices and hearing a perspective that I never would have heard from. So that is gonna be the one that I picked for Beauty and Incompleteness. Not that she was incomplete, she wasn't just allowed to be her complete self. Um, okay. Then the next one I picked was Beauty in Place. The namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. This one follows a young okay, it's a whole family. It's generations as well. It's the Ganguly family, right? And so the dad and the mom, they are married and then they immigrate. They're from Calcutta and they go to America and they have their son who they named Gogol after Nikolai Gogol, because that was the um the dad's favorite author. It's just, it tells the story of them immigrating to America. It tells of Gogol's experience as as an American born you know immigrant. It just goes on with his life and everything, and then eventually, we find out the dad's story, we find out the mom's story, and we go through his story. It's just, it's so great. I recommended this book to um Nicole, Noteworthy Nicole. I recommended this book to her because it was a book about Gogo. Nick, I don't have it on the shelf, but I had recommended this because it had come up, and they adapted this into a movie too. And I had started watching it, but I didn't finish. But it was really good. So um, that one is Beauty in Place because the majority of it takes place in America, and it has to do with how she's feeling. The mom, she's homesick. She misses her home. Just America's different. So you know that's Beauty in Place. Beauty in Time. Um, Lessons in Chemistry. It's a historical fiction. There's a woman who wants to be a chemist, but due to the time that she is in, it's the 60s. Was the 60s? The 60 early 60s. It's, oppressive to women. So the beauty in time, she wasn't allowed to be who she wasn't allowed to realize her potential, her full potential. And instead of being a chemist, she ended up being a on a cooking show because she would use chemistry to cook, and she loved to cook, but cooking was about chemistry for her. And so that is the book I picked for beauty. And then let me see. And then the last one is Beauty and Catharsis. This one I had a hard time picking with, but the process of releasing and expressing emotions. So, but I picked The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. She had this year in which she decided that she was going to say yes to everything. She wasn't gonna, close off any opportunities to her. She was gonna say yes. When somebody invited her out, she was gonna say yes. Somebody invited her to do something that was scary, she's gonna say yes. And then she talks about that year that she spent saying yes to things. And so instead of being stuck in who she was, she decided that she was going to try something new and go from there. So those are my books that I picked for the beauty and books tag. I make who am I gonna tag? I'm gonna tag Jaleesa. I'm gonna tag Nicole. And who else do I want to tag? Hmm. Oh, I know who I could tag. I'm gonna tag Margaret at the word nerd. So those are the three people that I'm gonna tag. Take your time. Feel free to, do this whenever you want to or not. Whatever. I ain't gonna be mad. But yeah, you know, that's the beauty in the books tag. Thank you for coming back to my channel and spending time with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.